after a long time, we're live with the Bullet, Andreas Quintana. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Micah.
Man, it's over 2 years. How does that hit you?
Unfortunately, I mean, I've had long layoffs before. I've had to have a few surgeries here and there. But yeah, it sucks, you know. I've even had like a year layoff of just people just not wanting to fight me early in my career. I think I was like on a 10-fight win streak with all 10 knockouts, and you know that was kind of rough as well.
And it's kind of around that same level, I heard. There's been a handful of fights, to say the least, that have fallen through in the last
probably about
year.
10 to 12, probably once per month almost, I would say.
What does that do to you, just having to put up with that, the mental highs and lows of, I got to fight, oh, I don't have a fight? What's that do to you?
You know, I'm kind of used to it. It's happened to me before. When I was a free agent, before I signed with Combate, it was happening to me a lot as well. So, I mean, just kind of a pattern. We see it. We all know I got knockout power, and I'm a rough fight for anybody.
Not that we haven't brought it up enough before, but you mentioned them. Combate, that was a shitty end to a relationship with the promotion, right?
Unfortunately, yeah. You know, they weren't keeping me active, and so we kind of had to get out.
Not to mention the title fight, your last fight that you had 2 years ago, didn't come together in the way that everybody thought, and then it was moved and short notice and looked like it was going to fall through.
Yeah, I didn't even plan to take the fight after it moved from Albuquerque. You know, just a lot of things happened. A lot of personal things, a lot of stuff that was said on record that didn't happen. You know, just can't get too much into it, obviously, but we just move on from that. And you know, I stepped up to fight. You know, to me it was kind of short notice because I wasn't gonna fight, and I took it at the end. But you know, that's my own decision, my own fault. So,
how much of a hindrance has that fight now been to you moving forward?
You know, if I didn't take that fight, or if I trained fully for that fight and I was able to win, I'd probably be in the UFC already. So it is a setback, unfortunately. But you know, we deal with cards that we were dealt with. You know.
And now, with the cards that you've had, what have you done over these last 2 years here at Latrell?
I've just been growing. I've been like back to back fight camps because I've had the last 3 fights kind of basically fall through. You know, just a lot of people accepting the fight and, you know, kind of having second guesses. Us trying to pick good matchups for sure, of course. I feel like I'm one impressive win away from getting into the UFC.
And bringing that up, you are 2 weeks away from fighting in front of Dana White. You did that before for tryouts for the Ultimate Fighter.
Right.
You now get to do that on Dana White's Looking for a Fight at Fury FC. Was that an influence in taking this fight?
Of course. You know, I was surprised that Dana White was going to be there. You know, my management team, Iridium, hit me up and like, hey, Dana White's going to be in. We got a great matchup for you. Kid that's 5-1, wrestler, karate style based. What do you think? I'm like, yeah, coach loves it. Let's go.
Edwin Chavez is going to be the opponent. From looking at his most recent fight at Fury, I saw a lot of spinning techniques. He attempts to be flashy, but as you threw in the wrestler, he'll hit those takedowns. What do you think of the matchup?
You know, he's a younger kid, I believe. A lot less experience than me, so I'm gonna go in there, be a vet that I am, and take it to him, and hopefully get an impressive stoppage.
Are you surprised that he took this fight?
To be honest, yes. A guy with people with a lot better records than him turned down fights with me multiple times.
So is there a respect factor?
Of course, yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard for him not to take it, especially since Dana White's gonna be there. I mean, on his end, you know, if he gets a big win, big knockout, you know, big stoppage, whatever, on his end, I mean, he can likely get signed as well. I mean, it's a kind of a win-win for him. The way he wins is if he beats me, more than likely he'll get signed. And if he loses, I mean, he's supposed to lose.
We know you have your spinning highlight reel knockouts in your arsenal, but at your foundation, boxing is your base. So he probably knows that. He's going to know that this big boxer's coming at him because he's 5'11". He's a big featherweight, but you're 6 foot and even bigger featherweight. Are you expecting a lot of unorthodox stuff flying right back at you, that he'll want to get this done quickly?
I would assume so. I think he'd come out hard in the first round. If he doesn't finish me in the first, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
How does Dana White, being there, it's obviously an emphasis on taking the fight, but how do you not let that play into your mind on fight night, because it has nothing to do with anything in the cage?
I mean, fought in huge events before. I've fought for people all over the world, so it's not too much of a big deal to me. It'll be in the back of my mind that Dana White will be there, but I probably won't even notice him when I'm fighting.
2 years away, but at least now it feels like it's the right opportunity.
For sure, 100%.
Now, how did that feel, realizing all this, signing the paperwork, getting the confirmation from the management? How did that all hit you that it's finally a real opportunity again?
It's kind of funny because I sign paperwork a lot of times, so I never get my hopes too high until, we both get in the scales and jump on the scales and make weight.
How much has the sport calloused you in that sense? There's like a lack of excitement. You can see the smile, but you're like, no, man, I'm dead inside this whole time.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm just used to it now, you just got to expect the unexpected, just like everything in the fight game.
Okay, well, camp number 7 in a row, what's this one been looking like?
It's been great. All my other camps have been great also, even though we haven't been able to showcase our abilities, been working on a lot of new stuff. So, don't just expect the same old me. Of course, I'm always going to be looking for that knockout, but we got a lot of tricks up our sleeves.
Well, without the exact details, where do you feel are some of the areas that you've improved and evolved in?
Just my overall boxing. If you guys can believe that, I'm not trying to say I'm the best boxer in the world, but I have improved a lot of different areas. We always go over situational grappling. It's always been a strong part, even though a lot of people haven't seen it. I've shown flashes of it here and there in Combate and different other. I've got, I think, 2 submissions in Combate, both rear naked chokes, but we have a lot more to show.
Now, as you head into this fight, this opportunity, and reintroducing yourself to the MMA world, what's that introduction going to look like?
Everyone's going to remember who I am. They even took me off of the rankings, so I'll be right back up there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, so you noticed it?
Yeah. A few people told me about it. I was like, yeah, it's not a big deal. Don't matter to me. I know where I stand.
Is there been a hunger just to get back in and compete?
Yeah, I've taken fights since a year ago. We were training at Cowboys, and I got offered a fight for CFFC, and we took it right away. We're like, yeah, let's go, let's take it. And for whatever reason, the guy chose another opponent.
It's nice to see you back.
Thank you. Much appreciated.